Welcome to Forex Rebels. Today we'll be analyzing XAUUSD and Chfjpy. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Firstly, I'm gonna start with XAUUSD. So which is called we are on the daily time frame for now. So as you can see, I've already laid out all the levels that I'm seeing on the market. So yeah, and then I created some zones. So if we look closely, guys, starting from this point over here on this higher high, you can see gold has been pushing to the lower side, starting from that level right over there. So you can see our first touch, second touch, and you had a third touch here and the fourth touch here. And on this touch right over here, it was broken. So because of the double bottom that we had on the lower side, hence we went to the upper side. So now we are going to focus around this area here. So this blue line here, guys, is quite significant because it is where the market tend to change its direction and push to lower side. As you can see right over here, if we go back right over here again, right over here. So if you look closely, the market does, when it reaches this level here, if it fails to break up until this area here, just know we're going to push to lower side. So I'll just remove this line for now. So let us move to the 4-hour time frame on gold to get more information out of it. Okay, so by looking at this, I can see okay, this is our uh, lowest low, but if we try to okay, let us do it like this. Okay, we are drawing a trend line starting from that point right over here, or if you like, you can just start it from this point right over here, but if you closely, it will give you the same results. So yeah, let us remove this one. Hence we are using this one because it is the lowest low. So if I try to start drawing it from this point here, it will make sense. So yeah, so this is what we have. Let us cater for the upper side as well. So from the point right over there to here. Some of you can say you can start it from the point right over there. Sorry, but for me it will make sense. I'll just put it right over here, guys, so you can cater for most of the touches. Okay, so yeah, if you look closely, guys, we had our first touch, second touch, and the third touch right over here, and as you can see, the market is breaking out of this pattern right over here. So oops, touch. Okay, so if you look closely, guys, we had first, second, and this was our third touch, and it failed to push to lower side because it seems like we have a little bit of a level right over here, which is affecting us not to push to lower side. So, and on the lower, this is on the upper side, and on the lower side, you have first, second, third, and the fourth touch right over here, and we went to the upper side. So the possible directions is either going to push to the lower side or to the upper side, up until right over here. But by the looks of things, the way this line, most of the time, the market tend to change its direction and push to lower side. So I'm anticipating a push to the lower side. As you can see, if you look closely, this candlestick did not have any wick on the lower side, so we could see a long candlestick pushing to the inside this pattern again. As you can see, now it's around 9 o'clock, so the market hasn't closed yet, so we could have that kind of movement. So if we are failing to close or to push a little bit on the upper side, or to create a rejection and a push to the upper side, just know we'll be pushing to the lower side up until right over here. So this is the kind of movement we should anticipate on gold. So let me move to the 1 hour time frame to see if I didn't miss anything. Okay, so this is what we have. We could have this kind of a scenario because I'm scared of the false breakout. So, but for now we are still on top of this line. So we'll see on the 1 hour time frame if we manage to push to lower side. If not, we're going for the buyers. But by the looks of things, the market could just push back to the lower side. So we'll just keep on waiting on gold. I'll share more on our community group. So yeah, let us move to Chfjpy. Okay, so now we're on Chfjpy. I'll just zoom in a little bit. So I've already laid out all the levels. This was our highest height. This level is significant. So now we are on this area here. So, and by the looks of things, we are on an uptrend right over here, and starting from this point here, we decided to change the direction right over here. So we could be pushing to lower side by just looking at the trend of the market. So I'll just keep on looking. Let us move to the 4 hour time frame because on the daily time frame there's nothing happening actually. I've already checked out. Okay. So I'll just start from that point right over here. I'm seeing a beautiful pure line right over there. I'll use this one right here. And let us cater for the lower side as well. You could just start it from this point right over here. And by the looks of things, so this is what he had. If you look closely on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, yeah, this is the 4 hour time frame. We don't have much occurring around this pattern, so I'll just keep on looking. So we had our first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch on the lower um, area here, and but seems like we are failing to push to the upper side. So what could be the reason for that? Because we are unable to hit this level right over here or this one over here, but it is because we're on a downward trend and we have this level right over here. So for this to be a buy, we should, if we were going for the buyers, we should have entered around this area here, knowing you're going straight up until here, and our stop loss will be right over here. But since you're not we not get the buy movement, so we don't actually know where if the buy movement is going to push the low upper side up until here. But let me move to the lower time frame because I'm kind of like seeing a little bit of formation of head and shoulder formation right over there. But I'll just let's move to the 1 hour time frame to okay. All right, like I've said, I did see a little bit of head and shoulder formation right over here, as you can see, starting from this point here. But you can see the pattern of this thing, head and shoulder formation. Bear in mind, so we should have a neckline break before we push to lower side. So this, let me remove this for now, and let us try to find the neck of this head and shoulder. Wait, starting from this point, the neck of this head and shoulder won't be straight. It'll be a bit like this. So if you look close, you can see we did break this neck here. We could be pushing to the lower side, but it seems like we're having a little bit of rejection right over here, a retest before pushing the lower side, or going back to this pattern that we have, this trend line that we have. So, and some of you can say, why don't you just start like this, higher high, keep it like this, but I'll keep it like this, like a bit of a flag formation. And you all know how the flag works. The flag plays around this area here and then push breaks up to the upper side. But for now, I'm not seeing that occurring. So uh, this week the markets are trading two directions. So the markets are not ready, guys. So be patient with them. So for now, if you're going to trade this, we should enter a little bit around this area here, and capitalize up until right over here for the sellers. So because of um, this head and shoulder formation that I've shown you guys, okay, so you did see a lot of head and shoulder formation of many patterns. So I just hope I'm not fake out. So maybe up until here, but for us, we are going to capitalize up until right over here, not here, because it would be a little bit risky. So if you were to take this trade, I'll say just wait for a bit or place a pending order right around here and just stop loss above that level, and overall target should be right over here. But like I said, please use this first take profit right over here. The first take profit, second take profit, overall take profit on this pattern here. So that would be all from us. FX Travels signing out.